So now the story popped up, which this is very interesting, related to the prison system, which is one thing, and then there's a for-profit prison system, which is separate. And it said 9 million people are released every year from the for-profit and non-profit prison system every year onto the streets, and they have no place to live. So they can't get a job. The jobs are not available. And we know that the prisoners are harshly and critically judged by companies related to getting them inside of a place to work. Now, military gets preference, but the prisoners don't. Now these companies want to know if you've been in prison. You know, that's their sole motivation, is because a lot of companies will ask on resumes if you've ever been incarcerated. And, you know, you have the option to say yes or no. Just don't accidentally put yes if you've never been incarcerated. I mean, hopefully that won't follow you around if you accidentally put yes that you've been incarcerated when you haven't. Because I don't know what kind of trouble that could cause for you getting a job in the future. That's what I'm just thinking. Now these men, these 9 million, well, no, if we compound it year over year, now we do have to factor in some folks passing away. But if we compound it, let's just say, okay, over 2 years, that's 9 million. The next year is another 9 million. So that's 18 million. We don't know what happens to the prisoners. Now, what they've said is a lot of times they might do a petty offense, which means they'll commit some small crime, like do some type of drug or something, so they can get back into prison to have a place to live, because homelessness is that bad, which it is. Homelessness and inflation is that bad, and so they have no place to live. You know, I mean, this makes complete sense to me. Some of these stories now. You know, with myself being on another side and understanding that this society, the way it's going, is absolutely not working. It's a sinking ship. It most definitely is the Titanic. If the United States could be described right now, it's the Titanic on a non-sustainable course for the American public related to inflation. Something has to change, because this is just not working, and it affects the whole nation, not just Los Angeles, not just New York City. It affects the whole nation collectively together like a disease. The pandemic is homelessness, lack of food, and lack of quality politicians who will actually fight for the United States.